A wonderful, fantastic, awesome evening, morning, afternoon. So that's I was going to start with that introduction, but let's just keep it one side and just say welcome once again to Serenity TV right here with yours truly. My name is Faith Martins. What's going on? What's happening? It's been a minute, a little bit of a minute, but every time I don't get to spend with you on the other side, it feels so unreal. So I'm really glad that we get to do this again. This right here is Serenity TV. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you should subscribe. If you're not following us on Facebook, you should follow us. If you are not following us on TikTok, you should follow us. And if you're not following us on Instagram, what? You should follow us. Anyway, you already know my name. And today we are back again just to give you the best of the best information, the best topic, the best conversation. My name. Why do I keep saying my name? Well, my name is Faith Martins. Today I have a guest in the studio and we're here to discuss something really important, very, very necessary. Now, this is something that lots of people may not even, want to even pull body. They'll be like, I beg. They talk this kind of talk. But it's necessary. It's part of, it's a core reason why people should communicate in relationships. And when I say relationships, I'm not talking about just romantic relationship. I'm talking about our day-to-day relationship with people that we care about, right? So today, my guest is going to help us understand it. Sweet deal. Our guest is a married woman who recently got married. I think this year should be her 1 year anniversary. So it gives us flesh into looking at our topic. Don't worry, I'll introduce the topic. It gives us flesh into looking at our topic from a married woman's perspective. Okay? Welcome. You look beautiful. I have to put that out there, and you have an amazing skin.
Thank you.
You're welcome to Serenity TV. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Amazing. So please introduce yourself to us.
Well, my name is Samuel Ruby, and I am married, like you said.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. I'm so happy to be here. I am a community health practitioner.
Okay.
And it's so wonderful to be here in your midst today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I like that you started with your husband's name. That's good. That's good covering. Anyway, Ruby, it's so nice to have you here, honestly. And I can tell you that for free, you're looking amazing. You're looking really fantastic. Love it.
You.
Anyway, Ruby, so today the conversation that we're about to have is on silent treatments, especially in relationship.
Okay.
Is silent treatment the way to go with your communication with other people? Lots of people have explored the cons of silent treatment. A lot of people have explored the pro of silent treatment. And one of the things that they usually say is, oh, it's okay. It's okay for you to give that silent treatment so that you don't burst out angry. Say you and this person, you have an issue now. So rather than you being extremely aggressive with the person or go completely haywire, it's okay for you to just give them silent treatment until, your anger calms and all of that. But then lots of people are saying that's not the way to go about it. Silent treatment is something that, lots of people call a very, very slow, abusive traits. You use it just to manipulate your partner just so that you can get them to do what you want them to do. So in between all of this, what do you think silent treatment is? And have you ever given anyone silent treatment? We're going to come to the marriage pretty soon, but have you ever given anyone silent treatment?
Yeah, sure. I have.
Okay.
When I'm deeply hurt,
yeah,
and instead of saying things that I will regret later,
yeah,
I can just decide to just withdraw a bit. But doing it for too long is what is not right.
How long is too long?
I don't know. People differ. I know what they say about people being entitled to their opinions. And, a lot of people react differently to different kind of attitude or whatever. So I just believe that there's a way I'll be so hot. And I feel that if I open my mouth to talk, I might end up hurting the next person, or I might say things that I will regret later. And what things about words spoken, you can't take them back, no matter how sorry you are. So sometimes I just withdraw for just a little bit.
Like how long?
Maybe not up to 1 hour, 2 hours when I'm calm. For instance, if it is my husband, I will withdraw for a bit. Even if he calls me on phone, I won't pick. I'll just ask him to drop a text. unless it's an emergency, I'll pick. Okay, so you just withdraw a bit when you're calm, so that you will not disrespect the other person and you will not end up causing more harm to the next person.
I like the areas that you explored here. I mean, 2 hours, not too bad. But then again, does it always work when you withdraw a bit? Don't you think something gets spoiled
No,
in between all of this?
no, nothing gets spoiled. Depending on how you handle the situation, okay? If you handle it maturely and the next person you're handling the situation with is also a matured person that has an understanding, the person should be able to understand where you're coming from.
All right, let me throw in a story,
Okay.
and since you're married, it's going to be very, very relatable for you.
Okay.
Still on silent treatment. So this couple had a quarrel
Okay.
and they went to bed upset at each other. Obviously they sleep on the same bed. I mean, they are
Okay.
not those couples that one they fight, they
They
would
go
go
to the
and
next
end
room.
to the next room, because that's also another thing we should explore
Yeah.
when it comes to marriage,
Yeah.
especially. So this couple, right? They had a quarrel, and the woman is actually an asthmatic patient.
Oh.
So she has asthma, and she went to bed. So I think in the middle of the night she had a crisis, and then she was tapping her husband. The husband thought she was tapping him because she wanted to talk. So he was still angry at her, and he just removed her hand. She kept on tapping, right? I don't know how, wild that was, because obviously some people were saying when they heard the story, they were like, I mean, she did not tap really heavily. Someone who is having an attack could tap. But then again, I mean, different crises for different people. Some people must have even got into that line where they cannot even make lots of movement. So maybe she was just tapping him calmly, right? So she tapped him, and he just angrily removed her hand. In his mind, he thought she was tapping him just because she wants to make peace or whatnot. And then he removed her hand, woke up in the morning, didn't check on his wife, went to work,
She was already dead.
came back, she was dead. So obviously, that silent treatment lasted for maybe 1 or 2 hours or a few hours. And
Lasted
maybe,
for the whole day
maybe,
till the next day.
Maybe.
Which is not healthy.
exactly. So how do we begin to speak on that? Because one of the things that people will do is that they will provoke you. They will literally get on your last nerve, and they will provoke the hell out of you. And now, obviously, it is only okay that you withdraw and not speak to them, even though it's quite manipulative when you don't do that, because silent treatment is an act of withdrawing communication. An
Yeah.
act of withdrawal can be really, really tarnishing for the emotion of somebody else, right?
Yeah.
And it can be really, really bad. So, but then again, you have the right to be angry to the point where you decide to give someone silent treatment.
Yeah, sure.
But how best can we manage a situation using this example that I've given to you?
First of all, as a couple, you are not supposed to go to bed angrily. I know a lot of people out there will say, she's just new in the marriage, but I dated my husband for years. Okay. And I've been married to him for some time now. So, and I also grew up with parents that, they sleep on the same bed, no matter how angry they are at each other. Okay. So as a couple, I don't think that you should go to bed that angry at your spouse. And most of the times when these things happen, it is when there is no longer love in the relationship. That there are a lot of marriages till today that people are just cohabiting. Okay?
Yeah.
There are lots of people that they're just there because of their children or because of what the society will say. Okay? They're just there as housemates.
Roommates.
Yes. Housemates,
Terrible.
exactly. Because of the impact of being the broken home on the children. So I don't think partners that love themselves, I don't think you should stay mad at each other, knowing fully well that your partner has asthma, and you know that it can come at any time. They can suffer that crisis at any time. So I don't think that even if your wife is tapping you and you refuse to look, at least you should turn a bit and look at how your wife is doing.
Yeah.
If she's actually, and as a man, you've stayed with your wife for some time, you should know when your wife is touching you for the other one. And when your wife is touching you, whether she's tapping you enough or she's not tapping you enough, you should be able to differentiate the two touches. Understand? So for this one, I don't know who to blame. I don't know how deep the quarrel was. I don't know if it was a case of betrayal or whatever. I don't know. So I cannot really judge them. Okay. So, but silent treatment sometimes, most times, is not good. Okay. Some women prefer to just withdraw, and when you keep withdrawing, okay, it brings some kind of gap.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it kills the emotion. If you love your husband, let's say maybe on 100%, you keep on, resenting him all the time. Before you know it, your love life, everything, it will start withdrawing because you are no longer there. Before you know it, it can enter from nagging, it can enter to domestic violence because you are not expressing yourself enough.
Yeah.
And most times when you keep quiet for too long, you tend to harbor those things for a very long time. He will offend you today, you harbor it in your mind.
Yeah.
You don't speak up.
Yeah.
The next time, over and over again, then the day you burst out, it is going to be a disaster.
Yeah, very, very
So,
disaster.
to that point, I don't really, that particular one is not good. Okay.
Amazing.
Yes.
So you stated something, and I want to just, marinate on that for a little bit.
Alright.
You mentioned, lots of marriages with people who are living as housemates.
Yeah, sure.
And most of them are leaving because they want to make sure that their children have a roof over their head.
Yeah, sure.
We're digressing to that point, but let me also highlight that there are lots of marriages where the husband and the wife, they don't speak to each other. Situations where they'll tell the children, go and tell your mother that I said I want to eat rice.
Yes.
I don't come back home and you give me
I
fufu.
don't, yeah.
The mother will tell the daughter, go and tell your father that if he wants to eat rice, he should bring money for rice. He should not give me money for fufu.
Yeah.
Right? And it is really emotionally draining, especially
and it's also
for the child.
sending a signal to them. You
Exactly.
think they don't know what is going on, but they do.
Exactly. And that is so emotionally downgrading. Now,
Yeah.
so let's even come and talk about these two people who are cohabiting without actually practicing marriage, because I think most of our parents literally practice this and they thrived in it.
Are you sure they thrived?
They did.
You never can tell.
So when I say thrive, right, I mean it was something they did so well and they basked in it, right?
yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's healthy.
And that's why you see our parents calling themselves Papa Chidima,
yeah.
because there is no love.
Yeah.
The love died a very long time ago. So they are just there because of the kids.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So-
and now the children obviously have also learned that, and they are now
Exactly.
taking it to their own husband's house.
Yeah, right.
Unfortunately, it's a generational mishap
Yeah.
that is going to continue happening unless somebody puts a stop to it. Now, my question to you is, do you think that it is okay? Because obviously, for better for worse, that's
Yeah.
the vow that is being exchanged
For
during
better, for worse, it's not when it has to do with, the other
Situations
side,
like this.
trying to unalive somebody or hurt somebody physically.
Exactly.
No, it's not that worse. I don't support that.
So there are people who have checked out of their marriages.
Yeah, I know.
Emotionally. Physically, they're still there because
Yeah,
of their children.
exactly.
But unfortunately, the child or the children are suffering emotional damage done to them. What do you have to say to people? I know they will also say that you are still you've not
Yeah,
understood what's going on.
exactly.
But I mean, first thing first, you're human before you're a married
Exactly,
woman.
yeah.
What do you have to say to those people who are still in their marriages? They've checked out emotionally. They're not trying to do anything to fix it. They're just living as housemates. What do you have to say to them?
In Nigeria now, we don't go for therapy, okay? We don't go for, like I used to tell my husband, even when we were dating, that any day you think you are no longer in love with me, please tell me. I don't want to be in this marriage alone, okay? If it is something we can work on, fine, we'll work on it. If it is something that we need to separate, maybe come back for a little while. If it's something we have to go our separate ways, okay? Love needs to be reciprocated, all right? So if you are in a marriage and you want to make your marriage work, communication is first
Number
the
one.
key. Okay, whether in marriage, whether in normal relationship, whether in your family, communication first. If anyone hurts you and you feel like you are too hot, and at that moment, if you express yourself, maybe it's going to escalate, or maybe no one will understand you, or they will end up judging you for going about it the wrong way. The best thing is to withdraw a bit, but at least make sure that before that day goes by, you have to talk about it. You have to, even though you don't know how to talk, just say, Holy Spirit, help me. Because when you carry it in your mind, if you have children, you think they don't feel it, they feel it. They feel it. Like when my parents, sometimes when they were having small issues, they would think that we don't know. But when we see their characters, we know that something is going on between them. All right? So communication first is the most important thing in any form of relationship. Whether your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your lover, your spouse, your parents, communication first. If anyone offends you, if you feel like me, sometimes I don't wait till the next day. I can shout, I can scream down the house. But one thing I do is that I mind the languages I use. I mind my words. I don't express myself, and at the end of the day, I'll regret how
The
I've
things you said,
reacted.
yeah.
So that is it. Communication. They need to communicate. Find a balance. If you feel like you are just here because of you're no longer here, but you are here physically, but
Because of the
emotionally
children.
you are not here, people should talk about it. If it's something you can fix, you can go for therapy. If it is not something you can do the things you used to do before, to rekindle that love. Some people, their love is, their relationship life is just boring. Okay, you do those things that you guys used to do when you guys first met. Okay, spice up the relationship and you take it up from there.
All right, let's talk about silent treatment amongst friends. Have you ever experienced silent treatment?
Yeah.
I experienced that growing up, and it was such a wonderful thing to do from my end, because I like putting the silent treatment out there, and then you will be the one to come and plead with me.
That's what we used to call malice. back then.
Malice. So
We all
you
did
keep
it.
malice
We
to
all
an
did.
extent where I don't care what you think, but
And,
the day I choose to keep malice with you, you will beg me.
Honestly, and it was not healthy, but then we enjoyed it. Okay,
Yeah, as children.
so you can keep malice and you'll be bragging with it. I've been keeping malice with
Yeah.
this person for 3 years,
Yeah.
but it's actually not healthy. You get is actually not healthy. So, but sometimes when somebody keeps hurting you over and over and over again, instead of giving them that silent treatment, you can just call them. Like, I've grown to the point that if you do something for the first time, I can take it that it's actually a mistake. But when it repeats, I'll take it that this is a deliberate act. Okay? So I'll just call you. I'll tell you, I've told most of my friends that I'm not talking to today, but we are cool. I just told them that look at this thing that you have been doing for a very long time. You did it the first time, you did it so time, and I don't think you're ever going to change. Please, I don't need you in my corner anymore. But we are cool. When I see you, I greet you. I can react to whatever you post and all that. Okay, I don't classify it as silent treatment. But if as an adult, you're giving your friend silent treatment, no, that's not the way it's supposed to be. If you guys have issue, you talk about it. Okay, you talk about it. You guys will made up the person. Someone can hurt you without knowing. You will just withdraw, and the person will just be vibing with you, and you're just giving that person silent treatment. If it is someone that maybe cannot confront the issue, the person will say, I don't know how this person has been reacting for some time. The person will equally withdraw. Two of them, two wrongs cannot make a right. So when you feel like someone has offended you and they're acting clueless about it, you call this person, come, don't you know that you offended me so time? I'm still angry with you over this and that. They will say, oh, I thought it was a joke, or just talk about it. It's just in talking.
Communication.
Communicate. Just talk about it. When you talk about things, when people hurt you, talk about it. Don't keep it to heart. Every day you get angry. When you see those people, you keep on getting angry. You will not be happy. You end up hurting yourself. So I always, encourage people, talk about it. If someone offends you, open your mouth. That's why God gave you mouth. Open it and talk. Express how you feel, but then mind your words.
That mind your words that you keep saying.
Yes.
Honestly speaking, I just have to tell you that it takes a whole level of maturity, emotional, what's it called now? Maturity. Emotional intelligence, emotional maturity for you not to use some certain words on people, especially the ones that have hurt you. Why I'm saying this is because I've lived with people who, when you hurt them, and they know they cannot hit you physically, they would use their word to hurt you back.
Yeah, sure.
So in situations like that, how do you begin to explain to somebody that is extremely angry and they just want to seriously hurt the person that have made them angry? How do you begin to tell them that you should mind your words? Because sometimes the anger will just explode.
Let me tell you, if you're my friend and I love you, yes, that you're my friend. If you offend me, if you hurt me, I will call you. I will tell you. If I can't tell you immediately, I will definitely tell you. It won't take long. I've grown to that point that I will call you. I will let you know that you've hurt me. I don't need to start, telling you things that you're going to regret, or I'm going to regret, or things that can even drive you to depression. And at the end of the day, you might take some certain decisions that are not going to be cool. Okay. So if your friend, and you say this is your friend, this person hurts you, you don't need to use your words against that person. I love you, yes. but this thing you did, I don't like it. Okay. But there are some people that they are unrepentant.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
No matter what you do, they will still want to play the victim role. Okay. Those kind of people, I don't know. Anything can, end up happening. You people can end up, insulting each other. But I take that relationship to be a fake one.
Okay.
Those are the relationship I classify as glow, baby glow. When they say baby glow, yeah, but deep down, it's not.
It's just for aesthetics.
So when I see friends, they're having issues, and you see this one leaking this one's secrets, I take it that this was never a friendship.
Yeah.
Okay? It was never a friendship. Because as my friend, when you hurt me, I know some certain things about you. I don't need to go and start telling people just to, tarnish your image or make you feel bad. No, I don't. That was never a friendship.
One of the things we've highlighted in this conversation is how important and how key communication is.
Yes, sure.
Because it goes a long way. Because I was also going to talk about, some parents who do things that are outrageously terrible to their children. And then the child knows that they cannot reach the parents. They can't speak to the parents in a certain way. So rather than just even speak, they probably just withdraw and stop talking to their parents. And in all of this, you've just intelligently highlighted that communication has to come in. And in as much as we're putting it out there that rather than, keep malice, you have to communicate. We have to also talk about how difficult it is. Because one of the things I always say is, it's okay for you to find a solution, but how easy is it for you to actually put that solution on the table and walk right into it?
This communication stuff is not one-way thing. It's a two-way stuff. The two parties involved.
Yeah.
Okay? If I'm your parent, I'm your mom, and I know that this child is always telling me things, this child is always coming to me, and all of a sudden my child is withdrawing, I will have to call the attention of my child. You don't have to wait till your child comes to you and start telling you, Mommy, this happened, or you did this to me, or somebody did this to me. No. You have to know your child. You know when they are good and when they are not good. You call your child. What's going on with you? At first, they might not tell you. But as their mom, you know them more than anyone out there does. Okay, you gave birth to them. Okay, you watch them grow, you nurture them. So you should know when they change. You should call them, ask them, find a very what should I call it?
Calm.
A calm, environment.
Space.
Ask them, assure them, and that same thing goes to couples. It goes to normal friends. Okay, you can meet your friend. Oh, what's going on, Faith? You've been so distant lately. What's going on? Okay, Faith might not have the maybe the boss to come and meet you. You did this to me. Maybe she wants to heal quietly, but not knowing that she's not actually healing.
Yeah.
You will just withdraw a bit, then you come back. But one day it's going to escalate. True. So if that person is truly your friend and that person knows that my friend is not actually like this, what's going on? I can casually ask you, what's going on? You have been distant. I can ask you first time, second. I will ask you. Okay, and at the end of the day, we'll resolve it.
Well, interesting. I mean, I like that you were able to put a pin on communication. It's the highlight. It's the core of humans.
Yeah.
And this is not to say that you're not going to get upset by human beings.
Of course, you're going
people
to get
are meant,
upset.
they are there to upset you.
Exactly.
I always say it that
Exactly.
people are there to upset you because both of you
Yeah.
are coming from different backgrounds.
Yeah, sure.
You have different orientations. So obviously, you're not expecting someone to, do what you're
Yeah,
going to
sure.
commend every single time. All right. So I think we'll wrap up here by saying communication is key. Very, very key.
Very important.
But before we wrap up, I have a story that I need you to throw your light into. So it's a story of a girl who reached out, and one of the things she complained about is her man always gives her silent treatment. Always gives her silent treatment. Like whatever she does, the best way that he uses to punish her is silent treatment. He will not eat her food. He will not talk to her. But whenever she wants money, he provides her with money. Whenever she wants anything, she can just, send him a text. She doesn't call him on phone when he's angry. And it lasts for a very long time. Sometimes it might take 1 month of silent treatment.
That could be traumatizing.
Very traumatizing. I mean, she says she's no longer herself. And then in his own defense, whenever she tells him to curtail it, in his own defense, he tells her that's the only way she's going to learn that she has really hurt him. So she does not know how to deal with that. And she's wondering, how does she deal with a silent treating husband, or rather boyfriend, who is not going to change anytime soon?
As for me, I cannot be with a man that is keeping malice. Let's call it malice, so that people can understand it quickly. I cannot be in a relationship with a man that keeps malice. That's women thing. Generally, that is mostly women that does that. As a man, if your girl offends you, you are the man. Call your girl and tell your girl, can you be giving me silence? Do you want me to go crazy?
Yeah.
It's not healthy.
At all.
It's not healthy. I cannot be myself all day. You are in the house, I cannot talk to you. I cannot. No, that's punishment.
True.
That's punishment. I can't deal. So I don't know. She have to ask herself if this is actually what she wants. If she's, because it's in marriage, this is still relationship, right?
Yeah, it's a
when
relationship.
she gets into the marriage, she's going to see worse things than that. Okay. And for the man to be rejecting her food, maybe they are already cohabiting. So she have to ask herself, is this can I actually deal with this? Because as the year goes by, she will keep on seeing more things.
Yeah.
The man can reject her food and not talk to her for 1 week. What if in marriage, the man can reject her food for 1 month? She have to ask herself, think outside the box. Can I deal with this? By then, maybe you will be with a child. You don't know if it is your child that's disturbing you. You don't know if it is your husband's silent treatment. These things can make you go into depression.
Of course.
And it's not healthy. So she have to think, ask herself. She will make the decision by herself. No matter what I tell her to do. The ball is in her court. She have to make the decision by herself. So she have to decide and agree with herself. Okay, I can be able to go with this thing. Marriage,
or have a coping mechanism.
Yes, exactly. Or develop that coping mechanism if she can. Some people, and
because it's draining.
That alone can even kill the love between those couples.
Yeah.
Because as time goes by, they won't even know when they withdraw. You just see that I no longer feel anything for this person as the year goes by. Yeah. So it's not healthy. She have to make up her mind if this is actually what she wants. If she can deal with it, fine.
Okay. So I said let's wrap up before, but let me also ask you this question, because while you were talking, I also thought about the people who are very good with keeping this malice. It is their occupation. That is why they were brought on earth, to come and keep malice with people that offend them. What do we do with these people? I know
you let them be.
How? I mean, some of them, I know for some of them, right? It is maybe something they picked up whilst growing up.
If you've tried to reach out to this person and
no, I'm talking about the person themselves.
The person
not even the other person.
I know.
The person that is keeping malice. What can we do for them? What do we say to them?
You talk to them. To me, I see that it's demonic.
Ew.
Like, how can you?
But that's true.
Yeah, like, how can you keep malice? Like, you know that when you see me, that I like to be happy all the time.
Yeah.
I see this person, I will just frown my face. Even if I'm laughing, immediately the laughter will just go. No, that's witchcraft, okay? So if this person is always keeping malice with you and they're your friend and you've tried to reach out severally, you let them be. Yeah. When sometimes they will come back to their senses and they'll start looking for you. But first, you have to make a move. You have to try your best, okay? To at least know what the problem is. And don't force anything. You don't have to force a relationship or force someone talking to you. If it's not working, fine. You've tried your best. Your conscience is clear. Life continues.
Well, thank you so much to you, our amazing viewers, for watching today's episode. And of course, our guests for actually watching today's, for being here rather with us. Today, we discussed one of the key, I call it a disease of communication, silent treatment. It's a key disease of communication, and that disease has to be taken out. We need to make sure we eradicate that disease, because it doesn't speak well of anybody. It doesn't speak well of you. It doesn't speak well of your partner. So you have to work towards making sure that you communicate and express yourself. If you need 1 or 2 hours for you to just withdraw, like our guest rightly stated, you can do that, and then you get back right on track with the person that you so much care about. And then again, another thing she highlighted was, if you know that this person has hurt you 1 too many times and you can no longer condone their wickedness or witchcraft, you can actually take a walk. Let them know that, yo, I'm taking a walk, and then you go. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for subscribing. We love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, fantastic day. Bye.